The death of Guizhong is one of the biggest Liu mysteries, that even a researcher from Sumeru is trying to uncover the truth. We know that she died during the Archon War, but we don't exactly know how she died or who killed her. So in this video, we will try to figure it out. Let's start with the Sumeru scholar I mentioned earlier, whose name is Soraya. We meet her in the quest Treasure Lost, Treasure Found, where she tries to uncover the truth behind Guizhong's death. She theorizes that no god would be foolish enough to challenge the gods at once, which makes her think that the reason for Guizhong's death and the destruction of Guili Assembly was due to something far greater, something beyond the god's power to withstand. Soraya's analysis was approved by Zhongli himself, who said that she was so close to uncover the truth, meaning that Guizhong was not killed by a rival god, but by something more dangerous. Maybe the main cause of her death was Celesta, or perhaps the Abyss itself, and specifically forbidden knowledge. During the Sumeru Archon quests, we learned that forbidden knowledge is a form of abyssal power that turns people insane or mad, something that even the Irminsul cannot resist. We also know that Kenria had access to forbidden knowledge as well at some point in time. And we know that Guizhong was obsessed with mechanism and especially Kenria technology. She even has her own domain filled with ruin guards. So what if, while researching this Kenrian technology, she somehow came into contact with forbidden knowledge, which caused her to go insane and lose control of herself? And the one who had to kill her was Morax. I know this is hard to believe considering they are extremely close, but the evidence is good. According to the lore of the Mask of Solitude, it was said that Morax killed friends who turned to enemies during the Archon War. And according to a stone carving in Guili, it was stated that during a fight, black dust chalked the heavens, and 1,000 rocks splintered. Notice how no other element was included in the fight, but only dust and rock. Interestingly enough, the dust in that fight was black instead of the normal gray color which Guizhong normally has. This change of color might hint towards a corruption, since abyssal power is usually depicted with red, purple, blue, and black. Black and blue were also shown above Guizhong's lifeless body. Some people thought that was the killer being sealed, but I think that's Guizhong corruption or forbidden knowledge being sealed instead, hence these colors. You may wonder where this took place. The amazing lore creator Ashikai made a video about this and suggested that Guizhong was killed in Suiju Slope, which is not that far from Guili Plains. This would explain the sudden change of the sky's normal appearance to this dusty-looking black sky, which also fits with the saying, black dust chalked the heavens. This place is also known as the 9 Pillars of Peace, which was most likely created by Morax due to the big resemblance to his own pillars. Plus, the place gets unsealed once you gather all stones of remembrance that you can only get from the Geo-Archon statue. Another interesting thing is that this place was meant to cleanse the world. Usually this phrase means cleaning the world by getting rid of abyssal corruption. So what if this is where Guizhong was killed by Morax, who used the pillars to cleanse the area from the abyssal corruption? During Guizhong's last moments, she told Morax to forget about the dumbbell, which she originally gave him when they met and wanted him to open. This sudden change of thought could only suggest that the knowledge stored inside the dumbbell is dangerous and would only lead to disaster. In other words, the dumbbell could be filled with forbidden knowledge that Guizhong stored inside before knowing its dangers. Another thing that I would like to mention is how Guizhong looks like she was hugging something or perhaps someone. It's as if Morax and Guizhong were hugging as he was petrifying her. Just like how Nahida was hugging Rukha Devata to erase her from the Irminsul, which is a cute but sad detail. So to recap, Guizhong came into contact with forbidden knowledge through Kenrian technology, and she went mad. She got into a fight with Morax, who then killed her. In her last moments, she told Morax to not open the dumbbell she gave him, and she was later petrified. I want to clarify that this theory doesn't make Morax a heartless beast who mindlessly kills anyone. Morax and Guizhong were really close friends and they had no contract with each other. And Morax deeply cares for Guizhong.